The Wolf Among Us is set in the year 1986, decades before the events of the first issue of Fables. For years, many of the magical, mystical lands described in myth, legend, and folklore, known colloquially as the homelands, have been occupied by an enigmatic tyrant known only as the Adversary. To escape the Adversary's marauding armies and totalitarian regime, many creatures and characters known as Fables fled to the mundane world and created an enclave known as Fabletown in colonial America, now located in modern-day Manhattan. To mask their presence from the native humans referred to as Mundies, all non-human Fables have to purchase an enchantment known as a glamour, which allows them to appear human or be relocated to a rural community known as the Farm. The reformed Big Bad Wolf, Bigby Wolf, is the sheriff of Fabletown and is responsible for hiding the community from the wider world and enforcing its laws. Now I think if I'd known all that, a lot of stuff would have made more sense to me when I originally played Wolf Among Us.
Certainly. Yeah, that's kind of weird that... I feel like they should have given you that backstory before you started playing the game.
They don't give you any backstory.
I guess they just kind of assumed everybody playing it already had a general idea of what it was.
I think so, but I never got into it, and I'm being a Telltale Games fan, I just I'll play this.
Yeah.
And it still makes sense to me, because they don't really get into like why they're there,
right?
Like what their backstories is, because you know all their backstories.
But
they're
it helps,
all fables.
Yeah, but it helps to have that general knowledge of why is that pig talking, and why does he keep telling that frog to get a glamour?
Yeah, what a glamour is, and why they all live in the real world. I have no idea. I didn't know until I read up on Wikipedia about all this.
I feel like I should have told you this at some point too.
Yeah. No,
Nope.
Didn't happen at all.
Nope.
Really didn't.
Sorry.
But it's alright. It's totally fine. I totally forgive you.
So now you have a general idea of what's going on.
Yes, I have,
Okay.
I have a general idea.
Good.
Don't know everything still, but I mean it's a prequel, so I don't really need that much.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's a good prequel.
It's a good prequel, yeah. You like it the prequel?
I like the prequel.
You like it the prequel.
I like it the prequel.
You like it the prequel. What are we doing?
I don't know. We're gonna play.
We're gonna play
Wolf-
episode 2 of
episode
the Wolf
2.
Among Us. That's what we're gonna do.
Wolf Among Us.
And not much else. I mean, this isn't much of an intro, is it? Because we already know what game we're playing.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Not about this game. No. I'm just ready to dive in and smack some more frogs.
I'm not sure if you get to smack.
Do I get to hit anybody in this next episode?
You do.
Okay.
I believe you do.
Do I get the choice of hitting somebody or not hitting somebody?
I'm not so sure about. Wait, I don't know. Actually, no, you do.
Because every time I'm gonna choose to hit somebody.
If I remember this episode correctly, you get to choose to hit a fella quite a few times.
Sounds like a good game to me.
Yeah, me too. So let's head on over to our chairs and hit a few motherfuckers.
Oh, that's a frog. After getting hit. Oh, you're hitting my dad. Oh, well, let's go.
Previously on The Wolf Among Us.
Whoa, 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 hey, hey!
You've got something on your face.
Fuck are you talking about, you stupid cunt?
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Please, Bigby. Promise me you won't tell Beast you saw me.
Look, whatever it is, it's between you and Beast. I'm staying out of it.
It's not what you might be thinking.
Have you seen my wife? Have you seen Beauty?
Nope, haven't seen her.
Come with me.
Don't interrupt me, Miss Snow!
You asked me a question.
Don't change the subject. You are to blame for this unpleasantness, Miss Snow.
No, I'm D. He's dumb.
What the fuck? fuck happened before we showed up.
Dad!
I'm looking for the woodsman.
Well, he's not here.
Ollie, you're out of paper towels and they're gonna string me up, Bigby. Like you said, it looks fucking bad. It looks really bad, but I didn't do it.
Alright, I got $100 for the first bloke that can tell me something about a girl named... Fuck, man!
This fucking lapdog. He comes sniffing around this part of town. The rich fucks in the woods need a shake. Yeah, right, Bigby.
Now things are worse off than they've ever been.
Well, that's not true.
Right. We've had it worse, but not by much.
Hey guys, it's me, Big Mike, and I'm going to tell you about some of the cool stuff that happened in Fables Episode 2, Smoke and Mirrors. Coincidentally, there's a lot of smoke, but not many mirrors in this one. So this is how it starts. Daisy Wolf is being interrogated by some normal mundane police who aren't Fables.
If you just cooperate and answer the questions, you can go home. That's very helpful. Thank you.
When all of a sudden, the detective that's questioning you, her nose starts to bleed. And then the guy who's watching and recording you being questioned through the two-way mirror falls unconscious.
Sorry. Just make it stop, please.
And the detective in front of you also falls unconscious.
Guess who shows up? Ichabod Crane.
We have to go now. It's just a memory wipe spell. Very expensive, but it works. The whole station will forget the last 24 hours and everything they saw at the Woodlands.
You have a little tender moment with Ichabod Crane in the car, blah blah blah. Oh, we both miss Snow White. Oh, we're gonna find out who killed her.
It's been one full night and a slice of morning, and I already miss her too. I know, I never get more homesick than when one of us dies. And now, for it to be snow, I've never been good with these sorts of things. I just can't believe this is really happening.
Yeah. It's hard.
Our stories used to be so simple. We had a beginning, a middle, and an end. But ever since we moved to this awful city, everything's gotten so confused.
But there's no time for sentimental crap now. You've got to go question Tweedledee. He's back at the Woodlands apartment complex, and he's currently being interrogated by Bluebeard.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Hello, Ichabod. Sheriff.
Bluebeard.
Who we really don't like. He's kind of a dick. I mean, read that guy's story. He's a fucked up guy.
You go and you interrogate him. You can choose to be nice or mean. I chose to be nice to him this time.
Whiskey, cigar, and these cans.
Oh, you know what's weird they don't have here?
What?
These nuts. I gave him a smoke puff of his cigar.
Want to see a trick?
I gave him a drink of his booze. I didn't take his money, because that's the polite thing to do to people.
But Bluebeard isn't having any of this. He doesn't like the fact that we're treating this guy like a fucking house guest.
And not getting any answers from him this way. Out of my way! I'll show you how it's done!
So, Bluebeard and Big Wee Wolf, they start getting into a scuffle, and you guys fighting around the room, and like, it's like I'm a bigger guy than you, and they're just fighting, and all of a sudden the door opens, and somebody walks in. Who is it?
Yes.
Snow.
Yeah, you're right, Snow White. Boom, she's still alive. So who the hell was murdered? We don't know yet.
Yeah, Snow White, where she's been, and she said she's been off taking care of some business, and she couldn't find anybody.
After our conversation in the taxi last night, I got a call from Toad. He said his son found a body. We thought it was Faith at the time.
You go back to Ichabod Crane's office where TJ, Toad Jr., who's the son of the Toad I punched in the face, and the body that was found are waiting. I chose to investigate the body first.
You go down to the witching well to look it over. And you find out that whoever this person is was a junkie. They got track marks on their legs.
Drugs?
Looks that way. Pretty heavily, too. I hear they only go for the legs if they've used up the veins in their arms, or if they're trying to hide the marks. Anyway, it means it's not a perfect match to your leg, unless...
Don't be ridiculous.
You find a little brooch. This brooch isn't something Snow White wears. Some of the buttons are misaligned.
There's an extra one here.
It's like, this body wasn't glamored well enough. Then you open up the glamored person's coat, and you find this little puzzle box.
I've seen things like this before. It's definitely magic, though witches don't usually craft objects these days.
I don't think it's wise to fool around with that.
You're able to figure out how to get it open, and inside you find a lock of Snow White's hair. And you find a picture of Snow White, and you also find some perfume, which happens to be Snow White's brand of perfume. And all of a sudden, the glamour person changes back to the true form.
She's a troll?
You gotta be kidding me.
You find out that the troll, Lily, is the sister of Holly, the troll, who's the bartender at the Trick Trap.
She was reported missing, but I guess it just slipped through the cracks.
Pretty cool, right? Not really, because her sister's dead. After that, we go talk to TJ, whom I don't like. I don't like Toad. I don't like Toad Jr. Don't like him at all. Don't like the whole family. But that's just me.
So you get a story out of TJ about how he found this body.
I go swimming at night sometimes, in the river. I was there, under the big blocks, and I heard noisy feet. Then I saw the lady. The lady fell in. But she didn't have her head on.
He also mentioned another really cool piece of information that he heard somebody say, and you better stop laughing, even though nobody was laughing.
I don't know if anyone saw me, but someone said, stop laughing.
And guess what? I didn't hit any of those amphibians this time. At this point, you decide to go tell Holly that her sister Lily is dead. You get there, Jack is there, Jack of all trades, just kind of being a jerk, doing his normal thing. Ren is still there. You explain, listen, Holly, your sister.
Holly, your sister's dead. She's the one we found early this morning.
Everybody gets really upset.
Where were you when we reported this weeks ago, huh? Where are you when we ever fucking need you?
I just wanted...
It should have been you. It should have been you, and it wasn't.
We recovered this from her personal effects. I thought you might like to have it.
I didn't know she still had this.
Holly kicks pretty much everybody out except for you two. You have a little discussion with her, you get a little bit of information.
She was hooking to pay down debt.
You find out Lily was actually working with Georgie Porgy at this place called the Puddin' and Pie.
You know, that shithole club, the Puddin' and Pie. The owner Georgie, with all his fucking fees, it's a crock of shit. That's how they kept her under their thumb, really.
So, where you decide to go? You decide to go to the Puddin' and Pie.
Sheriff, what a nice surprise. I'm not sure I've seen you here before. You're always welcome, of course.
Did you know Lily? She worked here?
My lips are sealed. You'd better ask Georgie.
You talk with Georgie Porgy.
I got a few questions.
Imagine my excitement.
And he doesn't want to talk to you.
Hans just cleans up and provides a little muscle when we need it. He's not going to know anything about the girls and their clients or any of that. No one knows. Don't you get it? It's by design. Discretion is our guarantee, right? And the way we guarantee that is that no one knows anything they don't have to know, including me. I cover my eyes and take my cut. End of story.
And then your buddy Hans from Hansel and Gretel says,
why not look it up?
What's that?
Isn't there a little book with all the stuff about the girls and all that written in it?
You're a fucking moron.
So you take a cricket bat and you go around his bar and you just look at things and you say, I'll smash that if you don't tell me. And he goes, I don't know anything. Your first step is his boom box, because Georgie Porgy's got a boom box that he makes the strippers dance to. And you go, I'll smash it, where's the book? And he goes, I don't know where the book is. You go to the cigarette machine, you go to the TV, and you just do that with every single thing in his damn bar. Eventually, he opens up a safe for you where you find that magical book.
Here, this is Lily's last entry. So tell me, Georgie, who's this Mr. Smith?
Oh dear. I'm afraid it might be a fake name, Bigby. Secrecy is sort of how this all works. Even Ants knows that.
What's 207? Room number?
I don't fucking know. Millimeters, maybe?
Don't bullshit me, Georgie. This is your book. Your girls.
I'm not their fucking secretary. I give them a stage, I give them music, I provide an erotic venue to attract and retain clients. But let's be clear on something. The girls make the arrangements with their clients, not me. The girls. They're the ones with the Mr. Smiths and Joneses and Mr. X types. Whatever happens outside the club, that's on them. I log the business, take my cut, and I'm out. Now, I've had quite enough of you and your bullying. Excuse me while I call your superiors to make a complaint.
And we have a nice little humorous sidetrack thing with Georgie, where he's on the phone and we're just trying to get his attention.
Georgie. Georgie. Georgie.
Just keep doing it.
Georgie.
I just like the idea of him standing there just in real time, just saying it over and over, and he's just like, I'm on the phone. Georgie? Georgie.
Georgie.
Press X to Georgie.
You see a girl looking in through the door, and you go talk to her in the dressing room. You find out it's a Little Mermaid.
What do they call you now?
Whatever makes them happy. My name is Nerissa.
Well, Nerissa, I've got some questions.
We can't talk about work.
This is a murder case.
I mean can't. These lips are sealed. Discretion is our guarantee.
I don't give a damn about your guarantee. I need you to cooperate. This is what I need to know about. Lily's last entry. Who's Mr. Smith? Where's room 207? I have to know.
And then she asks you if you would like to make an appointment with her to learn the location of the hotel, or the motel, or the rundown rent-a-room shack, however you want to say it. So you say, yeah, sure. So you give her whatever money you have, she gets you a key, and you go to the open arms. And guess who is a receptionist, or the secretary, or the... what do you call it? The
front office manager.
The front office manager of the open arms.
Beauty.
I work here, okay? I work the front desk. It's to help pay rent. Beast would lose his mind if you knew.
Well, your secret's safe with me, all right? Let's not make a big thing of it.
So you go, alright, I have the key for 204, but room 207 is the last place Lily checked in on that book. So you decide, I'm gonna go to room 207. So you guys walk down the hall, like this. And Beauty tries to open the door, but her key doesn't work.
This key is supposed to open every room in the building, but it's not working.
And all of a sudden, from down the hallway, you hear something.
Beauty!
Ah, shit.
Beast?
Bigby? How could you do this to me?
You guys try to tell him, hey, it's not what it looks like. Beauty's just helping Bigby out with something, but he's not having it.
I'm helping him, that's all!
I'll bet!
So you and Beast get into a big fight. And at this point, you have the option of beating the crap out of him or not beating the crap out of him. However, I'll let you know if you guys play, if you ever get to the point where he's trying to choke you with a pipe, fight back. It's a good idea, because you might get a game over, like this guy.
Like, you have
No.
to, like...
I'm not gonna fight him. Good, now I'm unconscious.
Good, now you're dead. I told you you have to fight Pack, but you don't have to throw him at a wall.
Oh man!
Because he's going to murder you if you don't.
Alright, fair enough.
The big bad asshole Beast thinks you're sleeping with his wife. What do you think he's gonna do? Not murder you? But Beast gets the upper hand. He gets the final word by throwing Bigby Wolf through a door, and that door is the door to room 207. Which you finally have open. Yay, hooray! You just had to get beat up to get in the room. Yay. So you end up inside the room, and it looks like a murder scene. There's a lot of blood there was a lot of blood. Like, way more than was ever at your bar mitzvah. Would I just say?
Way more blood than was at your bar mitzvah.
I thought that's what I just said.
Yep, nope, that's 100% accurate.
Anyway, you search around the room, you try to see what's going on, you pick up various objects, you pick up a cassette. The cassette plays this weird, like, charming, sort of odd music. You see a book, and in it is the story of Snow White. You see, like, oh yeah, it's her in her nice dress, it's her in the apple, it's her in the glass coffin. And when you go back to investigating the room, you realize, whoever was reading this book was trying to set up all the different parts of Snow White's story in this room. Like, you find an apple, which is the apple that Snow White ate and which made her fall unconscious, and you realize the bed is made to look like the glass coffin she was in. And you go into the closet and you find a dress, and it's the dress in the closet looks exactly like the one she's wearing in the book. And you go, some sick weirdo made Lily glamour herself to look like Snow White and made her reenact all these different scenes in Snow White's story. Wow, what a fucking pervert. In the closet where you found the dress, you find a bunch of pictures.
I'm in this one. It was taken last winter.
And finally, you find the final picture in the envelope.
It's Crane.
The end.
The end?
Question mark.
Oh, okay. Episode 2 of The Wolf Among Us. Smoke and Mirrors. Let's talk about it.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Not smoking mirrors.
Not just one or the other.
Yeah.
And not just a mirror that's smoking or smoke that's being mirrored. It's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. It's a magician term.
It's a magician term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A stage performer term.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you think about episode 2?
I liked it.
Yeah, you liked it.
It was pretty decent.
It was shorter than the first
episode. It was shorter, it was sweeter.
I really liked that opening scene.
Yeah, I like that. Like about just walking out with all the evidence. He's like, I grabbed all of their evidence. Even stuff that doesn't have to do with you. I just took it all. Baby, here's the plan. I got all their cocaine from the evidence locker, and we're just gonna do it all.
We're gonna do it all. We're gonna go to Vegas.
We're gonna forget about Snow White. We're going, and then like the next scene is just them driving to Vegas, like they're going over a big hill in their car, and they're both like, "Whoa!"
And Baker's like, "We can't stop here. This is backcountry." But anyway, after that, the police scene, you got that. There's that really nice moment with Ichabod, which is completely different from the end of the episode.
Oh yeah!
Like it starts out, Snow White is dead, and you guys have a nice little moment because you both think she's dead.
Yeah, we're both like, "Oh, we both love Snow White." And then
well, they both like her.
She was so great. She was so pretty.
She was a good friend of theirs.
She was a good friend of ours.
And the end of the episode is the exact opposite, where it's like
where Ichabod's just creeping up on her.
Yeah. Where he had something to do with maybe it had something to do with the death of Lily, and maybe if he didn't have something to do with Lily, he glamored her to look like Snow White in that weird, creepy room with everything going on.
Maybe my theory is he did all that stuff and then he left and then somebody else went in and murdered her.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think Ichabod did it. Although he is a sneevely little weaselly guy.
Yeah, he's a real piece of crap.
I'm going to put him in a headlock. Choke him out.
Well, at the pudding pie, you ran into Nerissa, who turns out to be the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just they glamored her to have legs.
I guess so.
It's kind of weird.
You had an option to ask her that, but you didn't.
Did I?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because you know what, my idea was, I don't care about why you're here. I don't care about how you got here. Give me the information. I need to find out about Lily. I don't care how you got legs. I wish I could have put that sentence into more situations in my life.
I don't care how you got legs. Give me the goddamn chocolate pudding. Mike, could you press X for me? Georgie. 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 That's enough.
Okay.
Wait, one more time. Georgie! Hey, did you think Beauty was going to be like a prostitute or something?
I was thinking she was something shady. And something
shady?
like black market-y, not something you want to talk about. I didn't think it was going to be that, but I liked that a lot.
Her just working the front desk of that place?
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to make Beauty do anything too terrible.
Right.
But you find out pretty quickly that it's not.
But it's not. She's just,
rent.
she's just like, hey.
That's fine.
Here you go, sir.
There's your whatever.
Here you go to room 204. Have fun with that bullwhip. Have fun with that troll. I also want to point out how nice I was to TJ after I investigated the body.
Well, it's because you don't want to. You're not really. Like you said, you don't want to hit TJ or anything. You just want to be mean to Toad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he did say that you have a fantasy of TJ showing up in all the different places.
Every time I beat someone up.
When you're being mean.
Yeah.
Like, you're at the pudding pie and you're threatening to hit things, and he's like, no, not the cigarette machine.
He just says that every time I hit something. Oh no, not the keg.
I imagine after Beast threw you through the door into room 207, TJ showing up and going, no, not the door.
TJ's afraid of Beast.
There was that scene when he went and talked to Holly, because he had to inform her about her sister's death.
Well, Holly, by the way.
Yeah.
The rape was...
Here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure in episode 1 they make a reference. Like, Gren, there's a slight reference about Holly's sister being missing. Like, he talks about it.
He does say something about that.
Holly's sister goes missing. No one gives two shits about her. Paperwork, waiting rooms, and that bitch Snow White looking right past me.
When he went and talked to Holly, and fucking Jack was there. So, which Jack is that?
He's all the Jacks.
He's all of the Jacks.
Just like how Prince Charming is all the princes from, like, all the different fables.
Oh, okay.
All the different stories, he's, like, all of the Jacks.
Okay, so he's Jack the Nimble.
Yep.
He's Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes.
He's Jack Napier.
Yes.
No, he's not.
I don't know who Jack Napier is.
That's the Joker from the Batman Tim Burton movie.
Oh, okay.
It
might be him.
And he's the various other Jacks from all the other things. So there's just one Jack, and that's him. And he's a real dick.
He's a pompous ass.
He's a jackass. If I'm gonna insult him, he's a jackass.
Every time I see this guy, he seems to lose weight. It's amazing. It really is. He loses weight and yet somehow keeps all the muscle.
Jack.
Wolfie, my dear, how are you? What is it with you two? You and Gran are all, let's get a posse together when there's no one around. But as soon as the big bad wolf walks in, your tails go between your legs.
I like Gren. Like, Gren's real, like...
Gren's kind of a cool character. I want to see more of him.
Boy, I sure walked into that one.
If you say one more fucking thing, just one more thing.
I want Gren to show up and get your back at some point.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's the Gren from Beowulf.
Oh, do you know what would make sense if you rip off his arm, too? Mm-hmm. That's what Beowulf did.
Yeah.
That would be, that's a cool thought right there.
What else did you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the ending?
No, well, let's go straight to the ending.
So when you're in the hotel...
But yeah, and the whole reveal, like, oh, he's making people look like Snow White.
Yeah, the whole...
what's up with this?
The whole reveal at the end, where, that he's got his hand up the dress of who I'm guessing is Lily the Troll.
Yeah.
Glamour to look like Snow White.
Passed out from...
But here's the thing, that definitely has to be from a different time. That can't be from the most recent time. Because
That's true.
Why would she be changed back into, like, Snow White's regular clothing?
Oh, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Well, they said he did take the dress off.
Yeah.
Because there's no blood on it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So it would be weird to think you would take her... You know what? Maybe he was supposed to meet her there.
Maybe.
Ooh, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe he was supposed to meet her there. Maybe he was supposed to meet her there.
Yeah.
He shows up, and there's just blood everywhere, and a dead troll. Mm-hmm. He's like, we need to get rid of this body. And then Ichabod gets one of his goons to help him get rid of the body.
Who would be his goon?
Anybody in Fable, any of the seedy
Yeah.
Backhanded?
Do you think he's the one who got rid of Lily's body?
Maybe. It's a possibility.
That's why she's been missing for so long?
Well, they just found Lily's body.
Well, here's the thing. Who would leave the head out on the doorstep? I don't think he had anything to do with the murder in the room or anything after that. But I'm pretty sure he was watching on the mirror just to see where you guys are at, or where he's at, and specifically to see what's going on with the room that he has obviously rented on several occasions.
Right.
Because Beauty mentions that the room is supposedly a long-term rental, meaning he uses that room often.
Yeah.
And
they had that weird magic lock too. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. He's the one.
Oh, that's really creepy stuff.
It really is.
All right.
I mean, I still like the art style.
Yeah.
The art style. It's still good.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's still good.
It's just a little airborne.
It's still a little airborne.
It's still good.
I don't think that applies here. I think it's just still good. Who's next to Georgie? 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 Georgie, 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 Georgie. Alright.
He brought wine.
Classy.
What? Someone was murdered here. What the fuck was that?
I talked to Tweedledee earlier today. He mentioned you in passing. Do you know him or his brother?
I took out a loan for back pay. It was like our third notice. And ever since then, those annoying freaks have been pestering me for the money, plus interest.
Why take out a loan from those two?
It was from the crooked man.
Beauty.
You don't know how desperate I was, Bigby. I had nowhere else to go.
Look, if this ever happens again, come see me or Snow first, all right?
I tried.
Oh, burn!